Hey everyone, Nubkeks here and welcome to my tier list for the 2018 Season 2 patch. Well, actually it's the second patch because they had to fix Sonya, who was broken. But yeah, you guys have been asking for a tier list for a while. Here it is, it's back. And I'm going to be back actually streaming lots of Heroes. I'm actually just going to exclusively stream Heroes on Twitch. Expect to see a lot more Heroes content on the channel, particularly ranked, Team League stuff. You guys, I started some ranked stuff. You guys asked for Team League videos on the way. Road to Grandmaster's back, and yeah, tier list is back and all that sort of stuff. I'll also do a video updating all the builds very soon as well, probably tomorrow. So here we go, this is the list. I've got 4 tiers. Tier 4, the heroes that are a bit weak, I wouldn't probably pick them myself, and I wouldn't want my teammates to pick them unless they had a really good reason to. Tier 3 is average, standard heroes, pretty alright. Then tier 2, they're strong, they're going to be the heroes you see most often. Filling out those drafts. And then tier 1 are the strongest heroes, I think, that are, you know, very good for picking early in the draft to secure them and deny them. First ban, you know, their ban material, their early pick material, that sort of thing. They kind of define the game. So here we are. There's actually a lot of very strong heroes right now, I think. This season, more than any season, I felt like, oh my god, I never before felt like I wanted more bans. You know, it's one of those things you always see people talking about, hey, more bans for Hero League. Never felt that before. This season, I feel it. I'm like, okay. Especially while Sonya was bugged. That was real bad. It's like, oh god, we could get super screwed if you know, we go into a match, the enemy team first picks a tier 1 hero, my teammate grabs like a tier 3 hero, then they grab 2 more tier 1 heroes. We can just suddenly find ourselves in this awful spot in the draft where you're going, oh my god, this is terrifying. How do we even win this? So anyway, let's dive into it. Tier 1. Oh, actually, before I dive in, one more thing, guys. This is supposed to be a rough guide. This is more so tailored for higher levels of play. I think it's good to know the meta and to understand what heroes are overall the strongest, just to help and inform you. But I definitely say at lower levels, personal skill on a hero definitely supersedes a tier list because personal skill is a much more variable thing. I think this stuff becomes only much more important as you go higher and higher. So just to clarify that at the start. Right, let's go. So in tier 1 we've got Greymane, Maiev, Malfurion, Tracer, Sonya, Blaze, Malthael, Thrall, and Genji. If I was banning, I'd probably be banning Maiev and Tracer personally. I think they're the most annoying to play against in Hero League situation. Tracer, I mean, they're both super good at ganking. Forces fights all the time, can be very difficult to deal with Tracer. So I think they're definitely worth banning away. Yeah, they kind of stand out to me. Maybe Thrall. Well, actually, it's kind of hard to say. There's a lot. I really do feel like there's a lot of really strong heroes right now. This is the season where I'm like, oh god, never before. People are always talking about adding more bans. Never before have I said, I didn't really care. This season, I'm kind of going, definitely wish there was more bans in the game because there's so many of these strong heroes. But anyway. Greymane, he's solid all around, you know, does great range damage, great at objectives, great at mercs, and he's got melee, he's got burst, he can be a bit flexible in his build. I think Greymane's a good solid pick in nearly every map, nearly every comp. Maiev, of course, crazy engage, crazy damage, and good survivability, probably worth banning. Malf is the best support at the moment, in my opinion. He has a tremendous amount of healing. On top of that, roots, super strong. For securing kills, for CC, for lockdown, and then of course Twilight Dream is just a game-defining ultimate. It really gets in the way of a lot of hard engage comps. It makes your life so much more difficult. It can help secure kills, turn around team fights. So I think Malf has to stand out right now as being the best support. He also, incidentally, combos insanely well with a hero like Tracer. You just slap that Q on her. She can dash around doing whatever she wants, wherever on the map, and he can keep healing her for like 20 seconds as long as he's near a hero. Pretty gross combination. That's probably the worst thing to get on the enemy team, I would think, anyway, at the moment. Sonya with her rework is looking really good. She was actually bugged. It's been fixed. So it took like a day or two. Then people worked out, hang on, there's something not quite right here. Wow quote, for those of you who know. But yeah, her blocks talent was bugged. It's been patched, it's been fixed, and also slightly nerfed. It was too strong. I think she's very strong at the moment, though. Great solo laner, great team fighting. Great map control and everything. She's just all around very strong. Blaze, similarly, I would rate Blaze a little bit lower here, maybe, than some of these other ones, because I think that a good chunk of his strength as well comes from the bunker, and much like Medivh portals, that requires team interaction to use, and you can't rely on that as much as you can, like, playing Sonya. It's just you're playing Sonya and it's you, right? Whereas Blaze, using the bunker, part of that's you. The biggest chunk is you and your placement of it and your timing. But then part of it is your teammates, and you don't know what that's going to be like. So that would make Blaze slightly less appealing for me in lower levels, but he's still really good, and you're typically running him as a solo laner, as a second tank right now. Malthael stands out as the other really good solo lane at the moment, the one that stands out more than others. It's a super survivable, great wave clear, amazing wave clear, sustaining, and then he also brings good kill pressure with last rites. He's really strong right now at the moment, especially because I feel double warrior is very good, so Malthael is pretty nice against that. Thrall then. So Thrall is new. He got Crash Lightning buffed, and Thrall's super powerful now. So Crash Lightning at level 1, you go in the 4-man rotation, you stack that up, you're going to be doing tons of damage with your Q. I'll have a Thrall video very soon, so you can check that out. And I will incidentally have a video on all the builds for all the different heroes out very soon as well. Probably, maybe tomorrow? But yeah, you pick him for that, and he's very good at team fighting and poking. So Thrall's actually super good right now. The change to Chain Lightning and Crash Lightning, it was actually a massive buff. I expect it probably will get nerfed. And then Genji, again, very high skill hero. But I think certainly in higher levels of play, Genji is super powerful for securing kills. He can be a snowbally hero. This Genji is like the ultimate warning, though, of please, like, actually be good at the hero. You know, like, he's the ultimate danger of, I think I'm good at this hero, but I'm not. And he has a bad win rate overall, but I think he is actually really strong. But yeah, people play him when they can't, really. That's his main problem, I think. Tier 2 then, just a quicker overview here. I want to spend most attention on Tier 1. So we're looking at Nubkeks, Arthas, Cassia, Chromie, Dehaka, Diablo, ETC, Gul'dan, Hanzo, Jaina, Junkrat, Li Ming, Lucio, Muradin, Zagara, Tyrael, Uther, Tychus, Tassadar, Stukov, Stitches, and Rehgar. So lots of supports here. I don't think probably many of them are that worth picking up early on. I mean, you can for the draft, but none of them are super duper worth contesting. These supports, they're all good. But like Malf stands out as the best one that you want to be fighting over. Then the rest is kind of like, yeah, we can take another one. It'll be okay. I've been invited to a game in Heroes, which I've left on the background for some background music. Same thing with tanks. There's lots of really good tanks right now. They can be pretty situational. There's lots of good options, so you can kind of feel free to pick and choose. And then with ranged assassins, I really feel like Tracer kind of stands out, and a lot of the melee stands out as being very strong. The second tank, the tanky ones, like, you know, Malthael, Blaze, Sonya, that sort of stuff. They're all Greymane. These ones really stand out to me at the moment, as opposed to the pure range. But mages are, some of them are in a pretty good spot, actually. Hanzo's still great, of course. Junkrat, Cigar for solo, that sort of thing. Tychus actually quite back in it, and Tychus in a pretty good spot. And Cassia, I think, one of my faves and very underrated. Tier 3, we've got these heroes. All these ones here, like I said, they're pretty average. I think Medivh's maybe worth pointing out because he's just reworked. I think he's okay. I don't think he's amazing. I think he's a very high skill cap hero. And like I said, with the bunker, very reliant on your team playing a certain way. So I'd probably rate him about maybe tier 3 around master level, and much lower probably below that, and then maybe going higher above that when you're playing with like players that you know that are actually good at the hero. So I think they made him harder to play with the changes to Portal and the W, but he does more damage, so it's kind of a trade-off that way. And yeah, all these heroes are good. They can even be very good on certain circumstances. And yeah, that's what we're looking at. And then tier 4 down here, these are the heroes that I think are a little bit weak at the moment. I wouldn't really be rushing out to pick them, like I said, unless I've got a very, very good reason to be doing so. Maybe one worth pointing out here is Anna, who got changes. I think the changes didn't help her that much. The self-healing is very low, and they just made her other healing kind of harder to do. Nano boost got nerfed, so yeah, poor old Anna, she keeps getting nerfed and nerfed and nerfed, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, there you go. I think it's put her in a little bit weak spot right now. So there you go. That is the overview. I mean, I'll just flick through real quick as we can search per class. So looking at assassins, this is kind of roughly speaking what your assassins are looking like. Oh yeah, actually someone left a comment saying Medivh tier 3 lol. I actually don't know if they mean he should be higher or lower, but I did check and he has a 50% win rate right now, which seems the epitome of tier 3. That's at high levels. Varian is like tier 3. Specialists kind of looking like this. None of them stand out as being amazing, but they all seem as being like pretty decent, and they're quite reasonable picks, I think. Zagara is quite good at solo laning though. And supports, like I said, Mal stands out as being the best. Then you got a few very good options, and then the tier 3 options are great as well. Then you got a few more very niche ones that I probably wouldn't pick much because you got so many that are great up here. And then finally the warriors. Warriors are really good right now. There's loads that you can pick. Kind of becomes quite difficult to ban warriors out, I found, because there's so many that are good. The tier 3 ones are really good as well, actually. And then tier 4, They're not awful, but yeah, you won't see them that much. And look, guys, that's what the tier list is looking like at the moment. Like I said, lots of Hero League videos coming your way, lots of Team League videos coming your way, so you can pick up more here on the channel about that. I'll have a video on the guy on builds out tomorrow, probably. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh, over on Twitch as well. I'll be streaming lots of Heroes, so you can catch it there. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you for more very soon. I'm going to check out what that game invite was. All right, bye-bye.